guys, so it's time for Get Moving, child's story time. And moving, which is the latest, is moving to the beat. So let's get enjoying.
There was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His hair was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His hair was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, the ladle, the ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His eyes were made of fried eggs, fried eggs, fried eggs. His eyes were made of fried eggs, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His ears were made of apricots, apricots, apricots. His ears were made of apricots, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His nose was made of carrots, carrots, carrots. His nose was made of carrots, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His mouth was made of an orange, an orange, an orange. His mouth was made of an orange, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. Oh, there was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum.
Okay, so the next song is going to be Bingo. Do you remember a dog named Bingo? B-I-N-G-O.
There was a man who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, there was a man who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, there was a man who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, there was a man who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, G-O, 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 and Bingo name-o. There was a man who had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. Oh, 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 and Bingo was his name-o. There was a man who had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. Bingo was his name-o.
Yeah, did you claim the clapping all 5 times? We're going to sing another song, and this one is Down by the Bay, and it echoes. See if you can follow with me. Ready to go?
Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a bear combing his hair? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a pig wearing a wig? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a goose kissing a moose? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a cat wearing a hat? Did you ever see a goat sailing a boat? Did you ever see a mouse building a house? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a dragon riding a wagon? Down by the bay.
Hey, did you remember that one? We've been doing that one a few times. So what is the next song was I've Been Working on the Railroad. Do you have a hammer to work on that railroad? Help me out.
I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Don't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Strumming whistle blowing. Rise up so early in the morning. Don't you hear the captain shouting, Dino, blow your horn.
Work out on that railroad. Okay, so let's enjoy the next song. It's a Wheels on the Bus. Do you know this one? Sing it with me.
Are you ready, kids? Let's go.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go whoosh, 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 whoosh. The wipers on the bus go whoosh, 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 all through the town. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The babies on the bus go wow, 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 wow. The babies on the bus go wow, 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 all through the town. The parents on the bus say, I love you, I love you, I love you. The parents on the bus say, I love you, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town.
Oh. Okay, so what else are we gonna sing? Here's All Aboard the Dino Train. Well, we're gonna board a dino train with me. Are you gonna be a dinosaur? Dinosaur.
They're loading up the Dino Train with coal and lumber, oil and grain. And high above the whistle's chord ring dino shouts of all aboard. The dino stoker shovels coal. The flames are under his control. The dino boiler builds up steam. Soon pistons pump a rhythmic theme. Farewell, the dino families cry. With cheers, the dinos wave goodbye. Adventures wait just down the track. We're off, they say, but we'll be back. The engine coughs and dino chugs. The train moves like a line of slugs. We haven't traveled very far. Let's dino push each railroad car. We think we can, they dinos say. Our dino might will save the day. The smokestack coughs out dino soot. They sweat from dino head to foot. The hill's too steep for that much weight, and so they toss the dino freight. Without a load, they quickly climb and reach the peak in dino time. A dark and narrow dino tunnel sucks and spits them through its funnel. Out the chute and down the slide, a roller coaster dino ride. They dino scream and squeal, yippee, and wave their dino arms with glee. When the car tips left or right, they lean way out and hang on tight. Oh no, the dino brakemen shout. The train won't stop. the trestle's out. And as the bridge is growing near, their joy turns into dino fear. They clamber up and cling on top, unsure of how they'll dino stop. They dino duck and hide their eyes, but then they get a big surprise. They dino rocket off the bridge while train cars fly from ridge to ridge. The train goes on without a crash. We're dino flying. Then, kersplash! They dino groan. How can it be? We thought this trip was water-free. What made us want to dino roam? Let's shake this lake and head back home. They pile aboard a handcar there to seesaw back with dino flair. They dino pump instead of chug and make it home for one big hug. Though dino tight in their embrace, they still find dino dreams to chase. We'll never take another train. But how about a dino plane? The end.
So how was that Dino Train? Did you enjoy that train going up to the top and then all the way down to the bottom? Well, this is our song, If I Had a Hammer. Do you remember this one?
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warnings, I'd sing about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Well, I got a hammer, and I got a bell, and I got a song to sing all over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land.
I hope you enjoyed this Moving to the Beat Child Story Time, and we'll see you again next week. So this is Bonnie Baldo from the Pine Public Library wishing you a happy and healthy day. Goodbye.